Miss Maria.
Alpha J. Chris Barnett.
Good morning. Bananas of Zeus. So wow, you got some new laws there that were signed into law by the MAGA hogs.
Yes, so now we have early voting every election cycle. 30 days before the election, voters can come to our office and start voting early. It would, um, it's in an effort, early voting was passed in an effort to increase voter participation.
How much is this going to cost?
In addition to our regular budget, we ask that they add on $175,000. That's to hire additional employees, to get additional office space, and to pay overtime for all of our employees, including our regular employees.
I know that you guys are moving, and I know that in the last election we actually availed of the early voting, and you guys were able to utilize a big space that you had on the floor above your office. Given that you guys are relocating to Tamuning, moving on up, are you going to be able to have that early voting at your office, or are we looking at possibly a satellite location?
We are looking at the options. You know, we are looking at the configuration of the building itself. There is a possibility that it might be there. Again, we will continue to look. Um, the space that we are going to occupy is now being prepared. So as we go, as it gets further along, um, or even in the planning stages, we've been looking at how to, what's the best way for when election time comes around. Um, Chris, there's an empty lot across the street from the building we're occupying. And again, there's that, we haven't talked to anybody, but we're looking at the potential for usage for other locations, and there's hotels around us too. So we will keep you posted as we get closer to election day.
Is this effort going to require additional staffing?
Um, yes. So with early voting, when we accommodated over close to 13,000 people, we had additional 10 people in our employ. So that's what we budgeted for. And during the 2020 election cycle, all of it was covered under the CARES grant. So we will continue to fine tune our plans for early voting.
Can you share with us, if any, what type and how much federal funding has become available to the Election Commission?
So for CARES, 600,000 was made available, and we spent every penny of it. Uh, for our uh, for our grants from the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, in three different $600,000 increments. We got one in 2020, we got one in 2018, and the first one I think was in 2016. So those monies we have access to upgrade our technology and for cybersecurity.
We have a comment from a listener here. Rosemary comments in, and I'm not sure if this was covered in the 175,000 extra dollars that these laws are going to cost. But she says, "Will satellite locations require more funds?"
No, the 175,000 included our satellite locations. If Rose is referring to like when we went to Malesu, Dedido,
Mhm.
Manila, and Jigo, we covered that. With regard to, and we also covered the additional, we figured into the $175,000 the additional space we rented right here at GCIC. So yes, it's covered. With the change in our location, in our office location, it may need a little bit more. It may cost a little less. We just have to wait and see.
Have you guys begun preparations for the 2022 elections?
Yes, sir. Um, as we continue to prepare our office, our new offices, as we continue to prepare our new offices, we always have that in mind. Also, we continue to dialogue with our election vendor, with our updates on our licenses for the machines.
All right. Anything else, Miss Maria? Are we missing? Is there anything before the commission that's juicy? Any like investigation, auditing?
Not juicy, but we ask that, we lost quite a few registered voters because of the purge, where if you didn't vote in two general elections in a row, specifically if you didn't vote in the 2018 and 2020 general election, we've removed your name from our voter roster. We have volunteer voter registrars out there. If you wish to help us and become a volunteer voter registrar, our next training is set for August 18th. That's a Wednesday at 1 o'clock in our offices here at the GCIC building. We do have volunteer voter registrars out there already. Um, a list of their names is on our website. You can register online as well. Go visit our website at gec.guam.gov. If you have a current Guam ID or a current Guam driver's license, you can register online with us. Don't forget, if you visit Division of Motor Vehicles up there at Revenue and Tax, if you visit DMV, you also have a chance to update your voter registration by putting a check mark in that box towards the middle of the driver's license or Guam ID application form. Put a check mark, say update your registration or I wish to register, sign it, and we will register you. You will be on our voter rolls. That's not juicy, but we wish to get that message out and we wish to hurry up. As of June 30th, we have 48,000 voters on the voter list.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Maria.
Hamzuma, Suduf Matsi.
That's that. Miss Maria Pangelinan of the Guam Election Commission. It's 9:23. A quick break, and we're back with more of the link. And you're